Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, artists. I am so happy to be back in school. I hope you guys had a great spring break. And we're just going to continue our art where we left off. If you guys remember, for the month of March, we were studying all women artists. And this week, we're learning about Mary Cassatt. Hopefully, you guys have already looked at the other video about Mary Cassatt. And if you did, you know that she is very important to women artists. She's one of the first women that were recognized during the 1800s, during the Impressionist period, for her art. During that time, it was really difficult for female artists to get any recognition or have art shows. So she is very, very, very important, and she was an American artist. So we're going to jump right into it. One of the big things during this time was women wearing hats. To celebrate Mary Cassatt, we are going to create a collage hat. For this project, you will need a lot of collage materials or whatever materials that you can find. You can get very creative. Here I have a couple old tissue papers. I have an old magazine that I'm going to cut strips from, strips of construction paper. I have little scrap pieces of paper. You're definitely going to need a glue stick, scissors, some sort of Sharpie or black marker, a white paper, and a whole colored piece of paper. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is actually draw our hat out on a white piece of paper. So I really want my hat to look like Mary Cassatt's hat. I'm going to create this really big feather piece using my little squigglies. So I'm not going to worry about drawing that. I'm just going to focus on the shape of the hat. Now you can decide to make your hat however shape you want. If you want to draw a cowboy hat, if you want to draw a round hat, square hat, top hat, you guys can create whatever hat you would like. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to copy the shape of this hat. Remember, you want your hat to be big. You don't want it to be too small because we have to put collage into it. So I'm going to just make a curved shape, go all the way around. Also, we'll be drawing a face. So I'm going to leave space there. I'm going to make an arc here so I have somewhere to draw my face. Okay? So you guys also can always draw any type of pattern, any type of shape that you want inside of your hat. So that was pretty easy. I'm just going to now cut this out. Okay, so here's where we're going to use our piece of colored paper. So we're simply just going to glue our hat down. You want it kind of in the middle. I know that I'm going to do a really big top part, so I want my hat to be a little bit lower so I don't have to draw that much face. So now I'm just going to use my glue stick and glue it down. So now what we're going to do is use our collage materials to add to our hat. That's it. That's simple. So what I will do is I'm going to go ahead and take some of the tissue paper that I have and go ahead and cut it into little squares. I'm not going to use yellow, but I'm going to pick and choose. I think some blue will be nice. You guys can use whatever colors you want. If you have different materials, you can use those as well, okay? This is just my hat, and I'm just showing you that this is the way that you can use it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my paper into strips. I'm going to do some strips, and I'm going to do some squares. And then if you can see, I have them all stacked together so I don't have to make multiple little cuts. So then I'm going to take a couple of my strips and stack those together and then cut these to make squares. So now I am simply going to take my glue stick, going to place it. I'm going to glue a piece of my hat. And then I'm just going to place the tissue paper on top. The tissue paper is really awesome because it's transparent, so I can actually layer it. And that'll also create some really nice colors and values without having to do a lot, which is also really what the Impressionists did, because oftentimes they had to paint on the go because they were painting still lives, or they were painting people in action, or going to the park and painting. They often had to paint quickly and really try to capture that moment the best that they could. And that's why in some of the Impressionist paintings, there's not a lot of details. There's a lot of color, there's a lot of different layers of colors, but not super detailed. See some of my rectangles and squares to fit in these really odd spaces. Alright, so for the most part I have my hat filled in with my tissue paper. Now if I really want to push it, I can use things like an old magazine. I can flip through here to find images that I really like. It'll go, ooh. So I'm going to go ahead and rip this page out. And I'm going to use this add on to my hair, because why not? Another thing that you guys could have done was you could use this paper to actually draw your hat. So your hat could have been this. That'd be interesting too, okay? So try not to limit yourself. I don't need a lot, since I already have all of these awesome colors. Or you can do your whole hat collage out of newspaper. And sometimes you have to go back and kind of cut a piece and fit the hat more. Still want it to fit the shape of the hat. Alright. I think that's pretty good. I could add these streamers on top, but actually don't like the color. So I showed some of you kiddos last year. You had these. So you can actually use pieces of paper to make the same thing. You use your scissors. All you have to do is open your scissors up with your careful and just pull on it, and as you can see, the paper starts to curl. also use this to make some sort of object on the hat. Almost like a feather-like situation. And you can try that out, guys. I think if I were to do that again, I would make a thinner strip. And then I'm gonna do this. How's it looking? One more string, and I'm going to go into my face. Awesome, how cute. Okay, so I'm gonna clean up just a little bit. I want to remind you guys that this is a two-part project. You guys can focus on your hat on Wednesday, and then on Friday, if you're in 8th grade, you can focus on your face, the face part of this project. So let's go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to do is just really make a bottom art to make the bottom part of the face. Because my hat is tilted up, a little bit more of my face will be showing. You guys can choose to do, if you did your hat this way, you can only show the bottom part of your face, okay? So again, I'm just making an art here. And basically, I want to add some lines to my hat to really make it look realistic. Okay, so we want our hat to look sort of realistic, so I'm gonna go ahead and add black marker around my hat. And then I also want to look at her hat, right? So her hat went up more. So what I can do is I can choose to draw like a feather coming out with my marker, or you guys can use color pencil or crayon, whatever you have, to add a little bit more to the hat. And this goes with a collage as well. You don't just have to use the paper, you can use different art materials like the watercolors. If you do decide that you want to use the watercolors, be careful, because construction paper is not really thick enough to hold water. So your paper will most likely rip. So I can add feathers here. If you guys did like a bow, you can do that. You can add a bow. I'm just going to keep adding more and more feathers with my marker to really give my hat some volume. Always add more streamers as I have more. with like a crayon, which I'm going to do. I'm going to use my purple crayon. I'm going to come back here, add just a little bit of shading to my feather, just a little bit of darkness to really make it look like there's something going on back there. And just the black marker, so we want to add a little bit more pop to our hat. Now, if you wanted to, an idea, we need to draw a feather on the magazine paper and collage it in there. That might be a good idea, something you can try. Okay, I think that looks decent. I would definitely, if I had more time, go back with another color to add more shading and more value. But for the sake of this video, maybe I will, maybe I will not. But I think I did a pretty good job. Okay, so let's move on to our face. So we're going to keep it really simple because the face is not the focus. It's all about the head. So I am just going to add 2 lines to the side, my face. If you guys want, you can add ears, which I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to add 2 ears, and I really like earrings, so I'm going to go ahead and add some fancy leaf/feather earrings. Really quickly, I'm going to do a little button nose for your mouth. You can just do a line with some bump, with some humps, or you can do your nose differently. That's up to you. I don't want to draw eyeballs, so I'm just going to do 2 lines for closed eyes. If you want, you can add some lashes. I love lashes, so I am. And then I'm going to add a line here for my hat. Now, I want to add a little shading underneath my hat. I'm going to get my purple crayon and come back in and add just a little shading over a little bit. But I'm pretty happy with this. I think this looks great. Now, one thing that we will start doing is it is required that you guys put your name on your assignment and before you turn it in, as well as the artist's name. This is to keep our friends from taking images from the internet. This is a requirement. If your image does not have that, you will definitely lose points, okay? So, the artist's name is Cassatt. We're going to go ahead and put that on the left side of our paper at the bottom. The capital M-A-R-Y. Cassatt, capital C-A-S-S-A-T-T. We have Mary Cassatt, and then on the right, I want you guys to write your name. I'm going to go ahead and write my name, Miss Johnson. And I want you guys to make sure that you are submitting that properly. Okay, before you turn in your work, I want you guys to triple check that you have all of these things. I have created an art checklist that you guys need to look over to make sure that you are getting all of the credit that you deserve for your art project. So here is our checklist. Number 1, is it creative? I think this is pretty creative. I came up with this myself. I was just inspired by this hat. But did I copy the hat exactly? No, I did not. Is it interesting? I think so. I worked really hard. I really enjoy it. Is it neat? Yes. Is the paper crumbled up? No. Did I try to color in my lines? Yes. Is it careful, clean, solid, and consistent? I believe so. Is it colorful? Yes. Now, am I asking you guys to color in the background? No. But I want you guys to completely color in your hat. It needs to be filled with color. Whether you're collaging it in or using the color material that you have, like a colored marker, crayon, color pencil, but any of these is completely free. Okay. The last one is it complete? It's a space filled. If you follow the assignment and then just submit it to school, just go right. So just type done. If you did that, you will not receive any questions, any credit, excuse me. And I need 100%. All right. Awesome. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a great day. Remember, these are due on Friday, and your exit ticket is due today. All right. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.